everybody. Welcome to episode 21 of the No Name Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Mrmoopsy, and the other two guys are right here.
It's your boy, Cosmo Jazz. Just came back from a tournament.
Whoa. Tournament? How'd you do? Who'd you use?
I did Tekken, I used Chloe and Julia. I came in 4th out of 50.
Good shit, my nigga.
You just have to sell your soul to get it up there.
Literally. Just literally.
said also by your other co-host, my name is Baker. I'm an icon on the internet because that's the energy that we need.
Hey.
That's lit. Speaking of tournaments, did you know that Cosmo Jazz and I are going to be participating in E-League tomorrow? Wait, hold on.
Not tomorrow. Yeah, for you are participating.
Yeah, I am participating in E-League for Mortal Kombat 11 tomorrow at noon Central Time. Wish me luck. I'm going to be very tired.
I will be rooting him on while I deal with actual family bullshit.
Hooray!
Chances are I will be streaming it.
Nice. As they actually suggest you do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really nice.
What links? E-League. It should be. I posted it like way back in the other Discord, Rowdy. Like anybody can join, literally.
Mm-hmm. It's actually being hosted. It's being hosted by Say Jam. Mm-hmm. This one is being hosted by Say Jam. It's the second tournament involved. And say in the unlikely event that I get first place winners of these tournaments get flown out to Texas. But because I'm already in Texas, I don't have to get flown anywhere.
You just have to be like, haha, I already won, nerds.
Exactly.
I'm already here. Like last one here's a rotten egg, right? Well, I'm first, nigga. I'm right.
Even if you get like dead last, it's like I'm already here.
But even in, of course, the goal is to win. I'm gonna go in there trying to win, but do I actually expect to win? Absolutely not.
I mean, as long as you make top 16, you should be fine. You still get points.
I don't care about that, actually. I've never been in a tournament environment at all before. So starting off with an online tournament just to see how it's like, it's going to be a new experience for me, and that's what I care mostly about this time.
Rowdy says, fly someone else there, ready?
Fly someone else.
Why would I fly somebody else there? Get out of here.
That's what he's asking.
Go home. You family man. How dare you? Don't talk to me like that.
Nice.
But yeah, that's the goal. And I'm sorry to make this intro so long. It's just that a whole bunch of stuff a whole lot of things has happened, and it's crazy.
That's why we're doing our plugs first.
Yeah. So we can get into the good stuff now, which is our topics today are Mortal Kombat Pass 1, which is revealed 4 of the 6 characters. Our thoughts on E3 and overview of the event. Dr. Disrespect's being possibly permabanned or no. Our thoughts on that. And discussing tier list importance. Those are our main ones. Let's get to the first one. Mortal Kombat Pass 1 was announced with Shang Tsung gameplay and all that good stuff, who comes out next week. What are you guys' thoughts?
Ooh, this dude is gonna be crazy.
All right.
I think he's gonna be great. I think he's gonna be great. There was some. I get. Is it really leaks of his ranked variants being put on the internet?
I mean, technically at this point, no,
That,
because
that's
we
what I'm thinking.
we've seen they literally saw it at E3. It's not really a leak.
Oh, yeah, exactly. But even then, on top of that, he's looking to be a great character. I think it's dope that they got the actor from the movie to be him in the game. That's what you call like that's a fan service move right there.
hmm
Yep.
And then he also has his costume as well within the game, so you
Yeah,
can go
from the
full
movie.
movie. And
That
nobody's
and
gonna be fatalitying because his outro is literally "Your soul is mine."
yeah,
People are just gonna be like, I've seen those comments on Twitter where people are just like, I'm never gonna fatality with this man.
Why would you? You already have the best one in the game. But I did want to have your thoughts on like the tournament variations. I think Eddie knows what they are, but Moose probably doesn't.
I
Which
don't know. I don't know him that well.
so basically, the tournament variations aren't really utilizing the biggest part of his trailer, which were the MK
Mhm.
ninjas.
Mm,
Like,
I think they'd be busted like that.
which is possible, but now a lot of people aren't happy about that
Well,
because,
they can
uh,
play player matches.
which is yeah, which is once again, like I said before, ranked is probably going to be well. Actually, I have to get back to rank in a second because they're actually changing what rank does in a bit.
Yeah, with
Um,
the ranked league.
yeah, but
Hmm.
player matches is going to be the main way you play in this game. I think if you want the most fun.
Yep.
But yeah, a lot of people aren't happy that they're kind of putting the ninjas to the side in this tournament variations, especially when that seems to be his main combo potential as far as how he plays. At least from impressions of E3. We still don't
Hmm.
have the character out. Things can change. They do hot fixes all the time.
Hell, I honestly think with the Shang Tsung patch, they're probably gonna. I would like it. It's possible, but I'm not getting my hopes up. Hell, they might even change the ranked variants
hmm
for not just for Shang Tsung, but for everyone.
hmm Like honestly, they've already stated like in the combat cast way back when that these tournament variants are not the end all be all. They'll be adding more. They might even be changing some. Literally anything can happen in the next couple of months. They probably
Yeah.
won't just yet because of 2 months Evo, blah blah, so and so forth, like they did
Hmm.
with Injustice 2 and stuff. But like later down the line, you're gonna see changes.
Definitely. And I feel like that's what's gonna make her not even make her break, but it's gonna swap the game up some.
hmm Which, we'll see.
I think it'll be necessary to have those updates because not every character is viable in a ranked setting.
hmm
Hell, some characters are actually only even playable in either one or neither of their variants. Then you have somebody like Scorpion who's really good at in both.
Yeah, he's kind of nutty in both variants, especially
Hmm.
one. But like the other one, if you want to, you can do it. Yeah.
Exactly.
And now for the other characters, thoughts on them?
I want Sindel to sit on my face
You don't even know what she looks like yet.
as if that matters.
He is woman and then therefore sit on his face.
Okay, all right, bitch. Don't make me have to be all right. Some women I reject. It's just that for some reason, Mortal Kombat 11 doesn't have one.
I mean,
You mostly need to quit being a stuck-up bitch and run your
I
horizon.
I just want to point out one though, Devora.
Okay, all right.
Oh, now who's stuck up?
Damn, look who's stuck up now.
Hold on. Can y'all call me stuck up when y'all agree with me?
Hey, we didn't say we weren't.
Nah. Shut up, y'all. Just
I
as
said
I am.
nothing. I said nothing.
We didn't say we weren't. You still the one who pointed it out. You weren't one.
You know what, man? Mortal Kombat 10 Devourer could sit on my face. Look,
God
man,
damn it.
I'm just trying not to, as a male, get impregnated by bugs. All right, is that a sim? I don't think that's too fucked up with me. I think that's pretty normal.
Hey, I'll be right back.
All right, and I'm not sure that's normal. That actually, the more I think about it, the less normal it sounds.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So to say, I don't want Devourer to sit on my face out of fear of being impregnated by bugs. I feel like that makes me a little bit more on the normal side.
Oh yeah.
I'm not a total freak. All right. I'm just really, really close.
Nice.
Okay, I am back.
Welcome back. But
I think Nightwolf is going to be the unsung hero of this combat pass.
so it's interesting. I don't know if you actually looked at that thread, Eddie, but it's gotten a little bit more interesting now with Nightwolf.
Why?
Because when that thread, literally Ed Boon asked if we could have like a Thunder skin from Killer Instinct as Nightwolf, and people were like, I mean, the Phil Spencer even answered that like, yes, please, and even the Killer Instinct site did, and someone else did too, and it was just outright weird. Like these people are like, yes, we want this.
I mean, because can I say something real quick? Because I feel like nobody would be surprised if they said like if people were just like outright saying they want a Killer Instinct versus Mortal Kombat game.
Well, yeah, they've been asking that for years.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just kind of like they can do like if they did like any crossover kind of materials that they really would they'd really want that to happen, so as like to see as like signs of showing interest for that.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, I get that. I'm just saying, like, these people that don't even answer these kind of things answered this.
They're just like, hey, this is too good to pass up. Yo, dog, you said the right thing, and I'm all for it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the Konami code for life.
Might as well have been.
2B needs to be in Mortal Kombat 11.
Why?
Noctis needs to be in Mortal Kombat 11.
Why?
All right, Boops. I can do you one better. All right,
Right?
Geralt of Rivia.
I knew it was coming.
See, I was also going to mix it up and say Tifa Lockhart.
She needs to be in Tekken.
Okay, all right, that's a better choice. Here we are actually agreeing on shit. This isn't the point.
All right, hear me out. Hear me out, guys.
All right. What you got?
Yoshimitsu in Mortal Kombat.
That was going to be my second
Yeah,
Doom guy.
Special guest Doom guy, and his fatality is seppuku into the opponent and cuts himself in half, and then somehow comes together.
You know what I like? You know what I think would have been cool to put a custom character, not created characters, mind you, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's not where I'm getting at. I say like one lucky person, just like won the sweepstakes, or they do it for charity, or for like I'm saying cancer patient like an asshole, but I mean it in the most sincere way. But to make them a character in the Mortal Kombat 11, and have something like that be done.
That'd be interesting. Look, it's gonna be the sixth character, that thing.
Also, Banjo-Kazooie.
No.
Yeah, he's good. He
must be protected.
Your Narukami needs to be in Mortal Kombat 11.
No! She doesn't need to be in anything.
Oh, come on. It's not that bad.
No!
I wonder, though, what would you say if I said, like, Leon?
From Resident Evil?
Yeah.
You know, he's dealt with so much weird, like, gory shit. I don't mind it.
I kind of figured you wouldn't.
Like, anybody from Resident Evil, they've dealt with enough weird, gory-ass shit to be like, you know what? Why not?
Well, I mean, because also, you know what's funny thinking about it is like you've got Stryker too in the franchise, so it's not really like that weird.
Plus, it's not like, oh, these characters can't be dismembered. Bitch, he's had his head cut off in 4. I'm just...
That does add some validity to it, yeah.
Like, they've had some pretty gruesome death scenes in Resident Evil's franchise. They'll be fine.
Yeah, pretty much like in Resident Evil and Dead Rising, you could have like all of that fucked up shit, and it's like kind of works.
Yeah. I mean, like they could. If he was one of the 2 guest people, I wouldn't mind it. Although I'm pretty sure we know who they are because of the leaks, except for one maybe, because it's getting iffy. One? And it's Ash.
Oh yeah, Ash from Evil Dead.
Yeah,
that's the one that you think might not be in the game.
Well, it's become iffy. Like, it's not like, oh, it's guaranteed. He's definitely not in the game. He'll probably still be in it. But there is a chance he's not now.
It's it's becoming less and less likely.
Yeah.
Over time. Which is fair.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, the way I've seen the situation, it's got to be one of 2 things. Either he isn't in the game, or Bruce Campbell... Well, actually, make it 3. It's he's not in the game, Bruce Campbell's been told hardcore to deny until like the actual reveal happens, or it is gonna be Ash but voiced by somebody else. So it's like people keep asking Bruce Campbell that if he's gonna be doing Ash, but he's saying no because he's not the one that they hired.
Which is definitely possible. Kind of stupid, but definitely possible.
Oh yeah.
I think it's crazy that Spawn's gonna be in there.
Which is also in a weird little funk right now. Like, because originally he was supposed to be voiced by Keith David. But now that might not be the case.
Well, yeah, because it was Keith David, the one that did it on the HBO show, right?
Yes, this is correct.
Yeah.
When somebody asked him, he was just like, what? What are you talking about? Spawn's in a video game?
like Mortal Kombat. Like, what? Is that some type of martial arts tournament or something?
Exactly. It's just weird, like a weird thing, because like you would think at this point in time he could say it now, like there's no real reason he can't really, at least as far as I know. It could be some NDA weirdness. NDAs are weird, but
yeah, they are.
Yep.
I would think by now he could confirm, yes, I'm the voice of Spawn.
Yeah.
So because it hasn't happened yet, it's like, It's weird.
That's another kind of like a little reason why I think that like maybe it is like the leak is true and it is Ash, but it's just not voiced by Bruce Campbell.
Which is still, so weird that they went for one with Shang Tsung, but not the others.
Because I mean, like, I will say that I know that I've like, and I'm not saying this guy's bad, but I have been kind of known to give the guy that played Hellboy in Injustice 2 like some crap. I don't think he's bad, but I'm just kind of like, I still kind of ask myself like, why not Ron Perlman? Like, the dude does voice acting from time to time, so I'm surprised that they didn't go for this.
Although I did hear that he just didn't want to do it, so there's that.
I mean, if that's the case, that's fair, because I hadn't heard that before.
What a monster.
Because like I told Jazz that, and he would just be like, "Who cares?"
Yeah, I'm about to say I think he did just fine, especially with the comic book lore and stuff like that. It's like this sounds like Hellboy to me.
No, and like I was saying too, is like I do think he sounds good.
I don't know. It's just a very weird thing surrounding that one in particular, which is Ash. The other one, I mean, he's literally in every game now. It seems like now, which is Terminator.
Yeah, he got like announced in like 2-3 games at E3.
Yeah, it's like, what are you doing? Why are you everywhere?
Is it possible they don't have like much confidence in the movie?
Part of me does not want Terminator in the game.
I can slightly agree with you there on that.
It's like to me, Terminator's good. It's an established name, right? But you could have did better.
Agreed. But at the same time, I see why he's there, because WB and stuff.
You have a point there.
For me, I'm kind of like okay with it because considering like the roster that like the guest characters that they had in Mortal Kombat 10,
Hmm.
I'm kind of like it's kind of hard for me to think of like characters that are just like flat out human
Hmm.
that or rather like famous characters that are not human that shouldn't be in. I guess is a better way to phrase it. Because like yeah, you can put in Terminator because they've had Alien, they've had Predator, they've had Leatherface, they've had Jason, they've had like all these crazy guest characters. So it's just kind of like if you say like Terminator, it kind of rings in the same bell as like those characters to me.
Plus time travel, so anything's possible.
Oh yeah, plus
But
multiverse.
that's exactly why Geralt of Rivia should be the perfect character.
Well, I mean, he has
Plus
portals.
portals.
He could be anywhere.
He's already invaded a couple games.
You just say
And he's
portals and
invading
it's good. Literally. He's literally on the Switch now.
Oh yeah, that's right. The Witcher 3 is going to be on the Switch.
It's funny because this might be the time when I actually do buy Witcher 3 now.
Like, dude, you say portals, and that's all you need for him.
It's like Candyman. You say it in front of a mirror, a portal appears, and he shows up.
He's like, there you go. Hey, fucking portals. But, yeah, I'm with you on that though, Eddie, about Terminator. I don't see him doing a lot, except maybe a lot of armored stuff and a lot of wrestling moves.
Here's a good question.
What's
I
up?
think it's a good question.
Mm.
I lost it. God damn it!
All right.
I had it. I really did have it, and then I lost it.
It's okay. Chronicle was like, it would be erased to history.
I mean, yeah, I guess like what Eddie's trying to remember, because what I imagine just for like Terminator is it's going to be like a lot of heavy, armored punches, some guns, and maybe the occasional motorcycle.
I remembered now.
What's up?
How come? And then I lost it again. Oh, there we go. Why?
Before you forget again.
Why wouldn't the Joker be in Mortal Kombat 11?
I mean, there's no real reason he wouldn't. I mean, we've had Mortal Kombat characters in DC's place, so there's no real reason he wouldn't be. It's just I don't want him to be.
Oh yeah, I'm the same way.
Really? The Joker? You guys hate the Joker that much?
It's not that I hate the Joker. There are so many better options than the Joker.
You're right. Black Canary needs to be in Mortal Kombat 11 so I can see that ass again.
Not my first choice, but okay.
It wasn't my first choice.
Prerogative.
Look, man, that was the first choice for one of my brains, all right?
Oh, man. But, like, there's so many, like, dark characters in the DC universe that literally could be better than Joker, in my opinion.
Like Batman?
Batman doesn't kill, though. Well, the one we know.
Thomas Wayne.
Yeah, Thomas Wayne. If we did Thomas Wayne, then we're good.
I think Lobo would actually be like a character that would be interesting if they could actually like fix him up, you know?
Yeah, I can see that.
Bizarro could be in Mortal Kombat 11.
Watch him put Superman, be like, he came from the Mirrorverse into Mortal Kombat. It's like, how did I get here?
But it's the demented heart grief Superman.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, just this Superman, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And actually, I'm kind of down with that for some reason.
I mean, I'd be down with that because like any other version of Superman, like or most other versions, is like, oh, he doesn't kill, or so it doesn't make sense. But this is one where it's like we've seen him kill, so we're good.
Cold-blooded. Like I'm down with this. If that's what they were going to go for, sure. I'm just not feeling the Joker, especially if they're using quote same continuity as things, because technically the Joker's dead in that universe.
Okay.
Like I'm just only saying that because of the whole Raiden Sub-Zero thing, where it's like they're talking about literally being in that universe.
Yeah, because they said it was like you guys, you had the same weird dream, right? It wasn't a dream. Oh shit.
Yeah.
And then Cetrion confirmed it.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's also that other thing where you like, because since Injustice 2 is basically about the multiverse, they could just make that as the cop out too.
They could, honestly. Once again, time travel as well. Like literally, there's so many things you can just do, and it will make sense.
It's funny because it's like right now, in terms of the franchises that NetherRealm has, it's Mortal Kombat is the time, is like the time franchise,
Hmm.
and Injustice is the space franchise.
It is kind of weird how it ended up being a thing.
I feel like that's a part of the reason why I think that like they might actually be gearing up for MK versus DC again.
It's possible. I'm not gonna knock it. I don't see it for at least another while longer.
Yeah.
But who knows? But I think that was it for. Oh well, I guess we could talk about Sindel, but nobody really cares about Sindel except for her booty, right?
Ahem.
So nobody cares about Sindel except for.
Eddie, you should get that look back. Anyway, so nobody cares about Sindel, right?
But I mean, because they kind of showed a drawing of her on Twitter, and it looks like a slight redesign.
Of course.
But I mean, like, I'm not saying I'm not happy for anybody who wanted her, and there were so many people, and apparently the gay community came out like crazy for her on Twitter. That was weird.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, why are they invested?
They got like super invested on Twitter. Like, what just happened?
Because I mean, like, she's Shao Kahn's wife, so why?
How does this work?
Unless they just really like the character, in which case, all right, I guess I'm just missing something here.
Hey, a lot of gay pro players play Ivy. I don't question it anymore. Yeah.
Hot take.
What's up?
Hot take. All right. So, hear me out here.
Mm.
I'm only saying this because it's Pride Month, and what better time to say this joke than on Pride Month, right? The only reason that these gay dudes are playing like Ivy and Sindel is because they're not actually gay. They're just straight people who want to get stepped on.
Interesting.
That's not the reaction I wanted you guys to have.
What was it you wanted?
I wanted you niggas to laugh.
I'm a theorist. I go into these things.
I mean, I'm nervous laughing. Does that count?
We have to go deeper.
It helps. It helps a little bit. It definitely helps a little bit. See, because when I said that, I was trying to say something that was so over the top that it would just be funny. I made you niggas think. It's like, hold on. You might be onto something.
Is that just a theory or fact?
Game theory.
We must go deeper, guys. It's podcast over. No, I'm sorry.
We need time to think about this.
But I think we've hit Mortal Kombat Pass pretty good. So we can move on to E3 thoughts. Now, I thought that we could probably do like each conference and see that we hit anyway, because I don't think anybody saw the PC one, right?
Nah.
I saw most of it, but I only cared about like 3-4 things.
All right. So let's
I saw some Warframe stuff for PC.
Yeah. So you can literally skip that one because I saw like half of it and stopped because I didn't care.
Mm-hmm.
But the main one that we probably should hit is Microsoft. Now, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of people were like excited for Microsoft. I was severely underwhelmed.
That's just because you weren't breathtaking enough.
I mean, because I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure the only reason that like you weren't excited is because you're actually looking at the games, and everyone else was looking at Keanu Reeves.
Well, I mean, Keanu Reeves. I mean, come on.
It's John fucking Wick.
But he's a teddy bear when he's not John Wick.
He hangs around with puppies.
He does. That was an awesome video. You should watch that.
I did see that. I loved it.
But it's just, I'm gonna say like there's gonna be a recurring thing I'm gonna say about basically almost everything E3 that we're about to talk about, and that is too much CG, not enough gameplay.
I thought you were gonna say too many famous people.
Not even that, because they became highlights, and that's bad.
Nah, I agree. Nah. When it's like when you go to a gaming convention and get nothing but a bunch of CGI shit, it's just like, come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Like you hear, like a lot of the things I keep hearing when people went to E3 was that there wasn't a lot playable on the show floor, and the things that were, because there wasn't anything else playable, were wrapped so much that people didn't even get to play those things.
Because I was gonna say, like, I feel like in terms of like conferences that I've seen that had the problem of like too much CG, I think like Ubisoft was one of the worst ones for that.
See, I can kind of agree, but kind of disagree at the same time. I just posted what was on Microsoft's big list there, so if anybody wants to take a look at that and point something out, go ahead. But like, because like, what was one of the big things we saw at like Ubisoft was like Watch Dogs, right?
That was that one for sure, and the other one where like they got that dude that plays Punisher for that trailer, but that was all CG.
Complete CG.
Yep.
But Watch Dogs was actual gameplay.
Yeah, there was.
And it's like we have that, and then there was I feel like there was something else. Then again, I could have been missing because I was very loopy during that thing.
Why?
Because I was at work and I woke up at 4:00 in the morning.
Oh, I thought you was smoking that devil's lettuce, so I thought I was gonna have to kick your ass.
Might as well have been as loopy as I was. Let's see. I'm trying to get.
I'm seeing that list right now. There's only like one game I'm interested in.
That's Ubi's. But yeah, they did like something for Honor, which was a DLC character.
Yeah, like some like
campaign
guy.
Yeah, what was it, girl? It's Ghost Samurai.
Oh, because I had the conference on while I was driving, so I just was hearing things, but I couldn't see.
Yeah, it was like an actual extra campaign for Honor, which is kind of crazy since that game's so old and it's still getting such good support.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was that. Then there was, of course, Watch Dogs Legion, Team Grandpa and Grandma. Well, actually, just do Grandpas too.
Fuck it.
Just team old people.
And then there really wasn't much for Division 2. I mean, because it's already been out. Except for
No,
like,
they were just they were talking
a
about
free weekend.
plans.
Mm-hmm.
That too, and future plans and episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Because there is no season pass to the game. The people who bought the pass gets access to it earlier.
Mm-hmm. Then nobody cares about Roller Champions because that's the new what's that other rolling game with the cars?
Oh, Rocket something.
Rocket League. There you go.
I was gonna say Rocket League, but I didn't think that's what you were talking about.
Yeah, it's basically Rocket League but with humans on roller skates.
Yeah, it's that other sport. I forget what it's called.
Yeah, roller derby.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Half the names in the game are the name of the game.
It's fine. And then CG trailer for Gods and Monsters. And
What trailer? That was like a snippet.
It's still CG.
It's like I was not questioning that part. No.
And that was basically it for Ubi. Like, yeah. Nobody.
I forgot. I forgot I saw most of these because like I swear like 3 of them looked so because like 3 of them were like Tom Clancy games, so they were just like back to back, and I could not tell the difference.
Yeah. I can see that kind of. I don't know. It was Ubi was. If it wasn't for Watch Dogs, Ubi would have been a total bust, but not nearly as another one. But it's still a total bust. No, we totally skipped Microsoft, so that just tells you there how much we thought of that.
Star Wars: The Fallen Order looked cool.
but okay. So about the
But it's
gameplay,
EA.
Oh
I'm not
no.
even talking about EA on that one, because yes, it is EA, and that's a big asterisk there. But there were certain things when I was watching the gameplay where it was just like I was kind of bored watching it. Like they showed a level that literally feels like halfway through the game as a filler level, not really to get you into the game, in my opinion. And then when it finally got to the quote exciting part with the guy at the staff and the lightsaber and whatnot, you know what it reminded me of at that point?
What's up?
It reminded me of Sekiro.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, eh.
I mean, I'm gonna say this, and I know I'm not gonna be like surprising or shocking anybody, but like, there's also been all those comparisons of the Fallen Order to Force Unleashed.
A little bit, I can see it. But when they showed Force Unleashed, they showed something exciting. They got you invested. They showed you like Vader killing people and shit.
Oh yeah, they freaking like when it was like they had either Vader or they show like Starkiller like having Mary Sue levels force powers.
Mm-hmm. Like they got you invested in the game. Whether or not the game was good or not is neither here nor there. It was getting you there was the thing. This one, I was not amused. I just saw it. I was like, I'm kind of bored, and something about the protagonist is throwing me off. I don't know if it's because I've watched Gotham and I know who he is there, or it's like his like super boyish looks or something. He doesn't look like he should be a Jedi to me. I don't know what it is, but the protagonist is throwing me off.
I feel like there's a problem with like the Star Wars IP right now, like in general.
Yeah, you can say
'Cause
that
I've,
again.
because I feel like there's like something of a burnout that everyone's kind of experiencing with it right now,
hmm
and like ever since pretty much like Lucas sold it off, it's like Disney's been working super hardcore to try and make its money back, but because of that, like people have just generally started losing interest in it pretty bad.
hmm
God damn it, I'll be right back.
All right. What do you think, Eddie? Like, am I being too harsh, or are you possibly thinking some of the same things?
I'm thinking you're being too harsh just because it's a brand new character,
Which is
and
fair.
you don't. Within, I mean, don't get me wrong. You have high expectations, right? How dare
Not really
you
for
want
Star
your
Wars. Not at this point. I've kind of been dashed.
okay, but just because it's a character we haven't seen before and a brand new story that we
Mhm.
haven't seen before that it looks like, I think you're being a little too harsh there.
Mm.
But I mean, I don't know what you want out of me. It's not like I can. It's not like I can swap, change your mind.
Mm. I don't know. I think, and I honestly think like it's because you have like what Moopsy was talking about earlier, a character like Starkiller, who
Mm-hmm.
literally looks like a Sith person or a Jedi or whatever. He looks the part to me. Like he don't have to really work that angle to me. He just looks it. And
Right.
then you have someone like this guy who literally, I'm just going to call him the Joker, really, because let's be honest, he's technically the Joker in Gotham. I don't care whatever that ugly thing was, he's the Joker.
Fair enough.
But, like, you
All
have
right, guys, we
him.
made a profit. I just got paid for the podcast.
Yay! Sponsors!
Did you really? Where's my royalties?
I lost it.
Of course you did.
Oh, wink.
It's like, why are you winking at me? Yeah, I'm asking too.
It's an eye thing.
Gotcha.
Wink.
Damn it, stop doing it. No,
Like, yo, dog, you wink at me one more time, I'm gonna ask you to get out of here. Hey, yo, man, like, you want to go out or something, dog? You keep winking at me.
no, I think that's really all I had for Star Wars. I was not impressed. And I feel like they didn't show what they really needed to show to impress people, in my opinion.
I keep forgetting that's a pre-alpha.
Mm-hmm. But it's been in development for a long ass time.
Yeah, it has.
But
But
yeah.
it could do a lot better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was gonna say other than, hey, I know this one's for mainly YouTube because I don't play Apex. How about that new what Legend?
Yeah,
You
whatever.
know, it's kind of funny because I haven't seen that trailer yet.
Nice.
I mean, I'm definitely gonna get back in, like play even more, since Jen and I are actually like able to meet up and play it. But I guess because I know that the new hero is basically gonna come out, I'm just like, I might as well just wait for it to come out instead of actually like seeing the trailer.
To be honest, the only reason I paid attention to it because people were so upset that one of the guns was just like from Titanfall, like when it was back in development, and people were like, "This is why Titanfall is trending."
Yep.
That was just funny to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, EA. I'm glad they didn't do a conference because they really didn't need it. They just kind of had their thing, and that was that. Microsoft
Yeah.
is disappointing to me. And
Like the last conference EA had was just like nothing but phone games galore.
absolutely. Speaking of phone games, how about that Bethesda?
Bro, he was memeing so hard during that.
Especially since you had a guy that just kept going, "Woo, yeah! Fucking Bethesda, yeah, I love these games."
I am totally not a plant.
Phones, whoa!
Don't you guys have phones? I have phones.
I have phones.
But there was so much mobile, and whatever else was there was just CG again.
I mean, like, let's face it, the best thing that they had was Doom.
And Nakamura. Don't forget Nakamura.
Yeah, Nakamura.
Who must be protected at all times.
I'll end you.
We will fight.
I'll
Wait,
give you. It'll look like a fucking accident.
I mean, you always have Sindel, Eddie.
Yeah, but that's in the 2D. That's the 2D realm. That's in the 2D realm. In the 3D realm, I now have a woman to worship.
But how would y'all think about that whole Todd Howard PR thing? Where he basically swerved hella around that apology.
Nah, he's doing his best out there.
I mean, we'll see what kind of apology he means by it when we see all the content.
Mm-hmm.
Because
like, Battle Royale.
Yeah, because I saw like a tweet earlier today that said like, "Oh my God, Battle Royale is trash."
I'm not surprised. The game's still broken.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, you can fucking semi-apologize all you want, Todd Howard. Your real apology is in the form of the game, and from what you're showing us, you don't mean that apology at all.
Like, it's bad when the two biggest things you've done, like announced for the game that's busted as hell, is Battle Royale and the fact you're actually adding human NPCs to the game like you should have did in the first place.
And I mean, like, let's face it, I feel like Fallout 76 players shouldn't count Battle Royale since there are literally like dozens of games right now that are focused on Battle Royale.
Exactly. Like, that's literally an irrelevant announcement at this point.
Yeah, because it's like, I'm not playing Fallout 76, and then there's these other people that are saying, I'm not playing Fallout 76 for Battle Royale.
Mm-hmm. It's just, like, that was just the weirdest thing to me. Although, there was something at that conference that made, slightly going back to the last topic, that made people think that a certain character was going to come to Mortal Kombat. And that's the fact that, talking about Doom, about the multiplayer thing they have, and as well as a certain person you see in the beginning of the conference, which is Katana. People are taking that, as well as the whole chainsaw thing and all that stuff, as him being the person instead of Ash in Mortal Kombat.
Doom guy would be a better alternative, I think.
He'd be better than Terminator, I think.
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
I just, the only reason I can't really see it that much as well as much as like I think it could be Ash. I was ignoring the leak list. Is because Doom Guy's not really known for like chainsaws. He's like, it's for him, it's like guns galore.
Which,
He
except
would-
for this recent 2 games though, where you have to use chainsaws to get more ammo.
That's true, but I feel like if you're gonna try and like tease Doom guy, it would be better to use one of the plasma weapons, either the plasma rifle or the BFG.
But would you really use that for a tease though, when you have possibly Terminator come in?
Maybe not, but like you could use it. It would be like something that you would see in one of the fatalities for sure.
Which is that's that, but that's not really like a tease though. That's like if he gets announced.
I still think that there's better options than the Saw.
I mean, you are the purist, so you would know.
I'm the Doom fanboy. I can say that. Yeah.
But no, I am either or on it. Like, especially after the whole debunking all this other stuff. It's just like, especially when you hear the announcer for the Mortal Kombat, not Mortal Kombat, multiplayer thing. It's literally the same one as the one in Mortal Kombat. It's just like there's a lot of things that like they're kind of mixing together, and that's why like people are like thinking maybe it's this one and not Ash, especially with all the debunks and stuff. I am of neither or. I just want to play the game. But that's just like what people are thinking as far as possibly Doom guy being, or Doom Slayer, whatever the fuck you want to call him. He's possibly in Mortal Kombat. Although I will say though, I don't. There's another reason why I kind of debunk it a little bit, just a little bit, and that's because of one big thing that's in Mortal Kombat that Doom guy's not really known for.
Dying.
Not even that.
Well, I'm out of ideas.
It's speech patterns. He doesn't talk.
Neither did Alien
Neither did Alien or Predator.
or
Which-
Jason.
Which is fair, but I'm more on 11 than X, which they seem to be more on big on talking than they are in X, which was fucking everywhere. Like back in X, there were literally things where like Liu Kang wasn't even talking. But that's my thing on that. But I think that's it for Bethesda, right? Well, I mean, did you want to talk about Doom? Did you the Doom person? Oops.
There's really not much more I can add, honestly.
Really? Not the fact that it's quicker and it looks like Quake?
I can't do the Quake comparisons because I've never really played Quake.
Fair.
See.
But I'm not the purist anymore, so I consider that a
I'm
win.
taking your purist card.
Good, I don't need it. Purists are usually assholes anyway.
Ooh, better to take the purist card than the purist himself.
I'm definitely not a purist, dude.
I meant IRL purist.
Sure. Let's go with that.
Dude, you don't want to clap cheeks until you're married, bro. That's purist run, if you ask me. That's
Oh, yeah.
purist run.
Sure.
You're my nigga for that. You still my nigga. But even then, that's a purist run.
It just seems weird that the person who's doing that is taking away a Doom card.
The only way he can go more pure is if he went full Amish.
I am growing a beard. No.
You better learn how to make butter
I need some help with this barn.
and be able to build a full barn by yourself in 35 minutes, while
Wait,
without so much as breaking a fucking sweat.
No, jeez.
Amish people are fucking lit, bro. Like
Yes,
they
they
are
are.
efficient.
Yeah, they work like fucking crazy.
Absolutely. I have nothing against Amish people. They are super hardworking.
But I got everything against you, nigga.
Of course you do.
I have to. It's part of my role here.
For the views.
For the views, man.
It's part of the podcast.
No, I think that's it though for Bethesda. So
Mhm.
I want to get into something basically Namco Pacific, really, and I want Mrmoopsy's take on this, being the Dragon Ball purist.
They announced another guest character. God damn it.
No. And it's Naruto. No.
Well, as the Dragon Ball fan, I can say Naruto. Shit, I'm just kidding.
Don't wait, he's lying. Get the Milkies that are right. Right, shut up. But you saw the new game, right?
I saw parts of it. It's kind of like, if I remember correctly, it's action with like some RPG elements to it.
Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts? Like real thoughts?
I mean, I'm open to it. I need to double check the footage, like the gameplay footage, because like some of the, I haven't seen all of it yet, because a lot of the ones that I like the videos that I was seeing had commentary,
Mm-hmm.
and I just wanted to see like straight gameplay, and I hadn't gotten around to see like the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like I'm open to it. There's been games out there that have like that have had formulas that should have worked where they absolutely fucking tanked.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, it's just kind of like, as long as the game is good, I can't really say that I can properly judge it yet.
Mm-hmm.
But like, if you've seen like the what's it called, like the history of Dragon Ball games, it's got its good games and it's got its bad games.
Mm-hmm.
Like, was it because I've gone on record saying like a lot of the games that fighting games for Dragon Ball came out after Tenkaichi 3 were absolute fucking garbage. Until Xenoverse.
Mm-hmm.
And then even some of the Super Nintendo ones, some of them were good, some of them were bad. And there's also been like some decent ones that are adventure, kind of like the Legacy of Goku games were actually pretty fun.
Mm-hmm.
So
this seems like it's kind of taking a little bit after, as far as like what it's going for anyway.
from what I've heard, it's pretty much just covering all of Z. Let's see, wasn't there an open world DBZ games before? I want to say yes, Jace, but off the top of my head, I mostly just know the fighting ones, because any of the other ones that I've played were like from ROMs at my cousin's house or something like that. Like they weren't really my games.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'm not sold on this game. After what I've seen and the fact that it's covering Z again for the 18th billionth time.
Yeah, that one's kind of a problem.
I'm just not sold on it. Especially when I looked at what the fighting was, which reminded me a lot of Xenoverse. What were you gonna say, Eddie?
There's only one Dragon Ball Z game that flopped that I wish was a success, and that was Burst Limit.
You're not the only one to tell me that. Like, I've heard that before.
That was one of the ones where it played kind of like the Tenkaichi games, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so...
No, it played like Budokai.
Budokai, it's kind of the same.
That one word makes a difference. That one word makes a difference.
Like, I understand what... I know what y'all say. It's all arena fighter to me. I don't care.
I'm taking your purist card, bitch.
Yeah, I know.
Go
Seriously.
for it. I don't care.
I'm sick of you. You can't be like, oh man, I'm sick of DBZ. And then when we talk about very specific, you just turn your brain off.
It's because he wants to talk about Naruto.
Clearly.
Fuck you and Naruto.
It's like, clearly I want to talk about Naruto and their arena fighters. Yeah, sure, let's do that.
But the Budokai games aren't even what's it called? Arena fighters though.
Yeah,
they kinda are.
They're 2D.
Do they have lows? Do they have overheads? Do they have any of that? Then they're not really fighters to me then.
Wait a minute. Hold on. You might be right here.
Like, literally, they don't have the traditional fighter things. Even Smash has traditional fighter things like that.
You don't have traditional fighter things. Yeah, bitch.
Call me Steve-O.
I mean, fuck you. That wasn't funny.
Okay, so we'll just say this. Like, we just I will probably give like another impressions for next chance I get after I properly see the trailer. At the moment, it looks interesting, and I'm open to it, and I'm open to the idea. I just want it to be good, kind of like I almost feel like that's like my generic thing is where it's just like I'm open to it. I just want it to be good. and the only thing I'll add to it is like I just gotta check out the video without commentary again.
And
You're
let me
looking
be
interesting.
like slightly fair here. It's made by CyberConnect 2, which is known for doing a lot of like over the top shit, like super over the top. And from the trailers that I've seen, at least with the Frieza fight anyway, it was fairly over the top. So I am interested there, at least. But other than that, I'm just not feeling this. That's
I mean,
just my
Asura's
sense.
Wrath was also a pretty lit series or a pretty lit
Exactly.
game.
Like, there's your example there. They do over the top shit that just like it's hype.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm there for that, but everything else, it's just I feel like I've been here before way too many times.
And I mean, like I will also say, because like Rowdy's mentioning like the original Dragon Ball Saga, and I feel like that one could also work too. I know there was one for the Wii, but I never really played it.
I'm not gonna lie, Red. I thought you were talking about DBZ sagas. I was about to yeet you out of here.
Oh damn, Jason is talking about DB sagas.
I'll yeet him. Get out of here. We don't talk
You
about
got
that
protection,
trash.
Jason. You got protection.
No, I was just playing. But that's trash, though.
I haven't even heard of sagas, so I guess I
You
should say
don't
I'm
need
lucky.
to hear of sagas. All you need to know that it should burn in hell.
Damn.
Ignorance is
Savagery.
bliss. Moopsy.
I've heard that for episode 1 too. So
Nobody needs to hear of sagas ever again. I'm never getting my life back from that.
all right, moving on because we've
Yeah.
clearly triggered James.
I can do a whole rant on that, but I'm not.
You got lists on things you have whole
I
rants on.
super do. But no, that's just my thoughts on Dragon Ball Z. Kakarot. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
I wish that it was more than just Z. Dragon Ball is more than just Z, especially now.
As the purist, I can confirm.
Thank you.
Gotta have my purist card back.
No.
Damn. Not like this.
That's the big one as far as Namco went. Although I do love how Rada kept saying there was no leak. There was no leak. And there clearly was a leak. But
He doesn't want his like first job as like the head of like the fighting game department to be like, oh shit, there was a leak.
which technically is still not his fault because he's fighting game.
Yeah, like he's over esports in the fighting game community and shit like that. Nothing that happened was about fighting games at all.
This is true.
It was just there. It's like, leak? What leak? Harada says while profusely sweating.
That's a bad word in his vocabulary.
Like sweating? Like leaks? What? What are you talking about? I'm not sweating. You're sweating. You're nervous.
Get out of here.
It's like, no, you're a hooker.
He's like, I never said that.
Now look at you, calling me a liar. But as far as other Bandai, Eddie, I wanted your thoughts on Tales of Arise.
I haven't seen that much of it. I need to see more.
Fair enough.
Looks cool. Doesn't look like a mobile game. So I'm thinking it might look cool.
No, I think you were the one who told me this, Mrmoopsy, that it sounded like but looked like it was dumbed down combat.
For Tales of...
Arise. Yeah.
Yeah, that was not me.
No, somebody told me that. But I was wondering what your thoughts were on, but I guess you don't really have that many. So move on.
People were saying that it looked like it was an open world game, but the developers also came in and said it is not open world.
Stop lying.
It looks
Like
fairly open world.
it's open world, but not like the Witcher-esque level of open world.
No, so a little bit more linear then, which is fine.
Probably like from the sounds of it, I feel like there's a comparison to. I was gonna say more like Final Fantasy 13, Jace.
That's really linear.
We don't know. We still got a long way for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Code Vein is looking nice.
I've heard so many mixed things about Code Vein. Like, a lot of people are not really loving it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I did say it's looking nice, but you know what they say about those nice looking games.
Fair enough. I'm looking at you, Watch Dogs.
Hey now, hey.
I knew it. I knew he was gonna take offense.
You're not gonna blaspheme against Watch Dogs like that. If you are, it has to be one.
That's the one I was talking about.
I'm like, come on, man. We have black protagonists, man. Come on, don't be like that. On 2, it's just like, nah, man. This is how we get in, bro. This is our in right here. This is our rush down.
No, I'll let 2 go, mainly because I wasn't invested in it, so I have no say in it regardless. But yeah, 1, no. But I think we can move on to the one that really everyone was really talking about as far as E3 goes, which was Square Enix.
Squeenix.
I feel like they were just talking about it for like the one game.
Not really. They're actually talking about it because of Avengers as well.
So 2 games.
And then there was that little crowd in there that was like, Final Fantasy VIII, yeah!
You know, it's funny because like one of the people that with the people I'm gonna be hunting with later tonight, like, cause you want to talk fucking purist, like fucking my brother's a big time fucking purist, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's also funny because it's like he's pissed off at the Final Fantasy VII remake because it's too different from the original.
Mm-hmm.
But he's also pissed off at Final Fantasy VIII because it's just an upscale.
What a bitch!
How does that
work?
I don't know. He's the bitch.
It's like, oh man, it's just like, man, games need to be shorter, man. This game is too long. All right, here's a short game for you. Oh, fuck, man, this game's too short.
No, yeah, he is like that. I'm not gonna fucking protect him. He's a grown ass man.
Punch him in his fucking shin, bro.
Right in his shin. Nowhere else. Let him know.
People like that don't know how to block low, so you're free.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, Final Fantasy is the one pretty much most people are talking about, though. To the point where I don't know if anybody catch Max's stream last night, but like literally he got super emotional on stream about that game.
Final Fantasy VII.
Mm-hmm.
Well, shit, it was the game of a lot of people's childhoods. So for the game to get out of development hell like it was, and just like have all of that be shown, it's like, yeah, people are gonna cry.
You can't see you can't see me, Eddie, but I'm raising my arm about like the whole part of my childhood thing.
Yes.
Well, put your hand down. Nobody can see it.
That's why I'm also announcing it.
Why are you announcing
it? Thanks, Jess.
You know what, man? You do you out there, dog.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I never played 7. I didn't have the privilege of playing 7 on the PS1. So guess what? It's looking pretty goddamn cool now. All redone and shit.
I'm definitely invested, and I have played 7. So I can't wait for next.
Does anybody else want to motorboat Tifa? Come on, I can't be the only one.
No, I'm with you there too. I'm raising my hand again.
All right,
put your hand down.
Come on, Jazz, raise your hand, bro. It's Tifa, bro. Come on. I don't care. I don't care about your marriage thing right now.
But you won't freebie, Jazz. What'd you do?
Come on.
As the man that I am, I must respect all women.
Come on, dude. Come on.
That being said, for the boys. Just this
Jason's
one
also
time.
like, I too did not play 7.
Just one for the boys. Yes.
Thank you.
That's all we wanted to hear.
Thank you.
A simple word.
That's why I love you, bro.
And look at that. It's just the text saying we broke it. No.
She's another news. I'm single now.
It all happened so fast.
So like, how dare you like that 2D bitch? We're over. Like, you know what, man? Tifa would never treat me like this. I'm glad you're good.
No, but I will say though, from what I've heard of the game, that I do wonder how much of switching you're going to be doing, like switching back and forth and back and forth and back and forth.
I feel like that'd be like 15s when you just switch whenever you deem it necessary. Hell, you could probably have a purist cloud run.
It's possible. It's just like I kept hearing, like when they were talking about like certain situations, like Cloud can't reach this, turn to Barrett. It's just like how much is that going to happen?
Yeah,
Oh,
I was gonna say.
you mean force switching, not free switching.
Yeah, force switching.
Yeah, because I was gonna say that like I feel like that might actually be a problem. There's like 3 characters you would probably be able to choose from to do that,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like there would be. It's possible there might be a moment where like it feels like a chore.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I think? I honestly think that they probably won't have that. I think the way that they're going to do that is if there's a particular. I never played it, so I wouldn't know, right? So, say a particular cutscene comes up and it's just like, we need to get up there. And they just switch you to the person that's able to do it.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
I mean, I don't know, man. If you've ever seen Advent Children, those motherfuckers move like ninjas, even Barrett.
Yes, they do.
That's Advent Children.
But I mean, I don't know. Because the whole forced switching from like a close range fighter to a range fighter, it could be probably circumvented if they have like, because we do have materia too.
Mm-hmm.
So if like spells aren't that big of a hassle, then it's possible we would be able to use those.
Yeah, I can see that.
Fair enough. Sounds like a plan to me, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming from the purist.
Hey.
Speaking of purists, I do wonder if they're gonna go for the old kind of thing and release a demo
For the what?
for the Final Fantasy, like the one they did for E3. Let's just say.
Yeah, I think they talked about that.
Hmm. Like,
That I mean, it's only going to give them more goodwill. So that I don't see why they wouldn't. See what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Plus, the smart move would just be like the freaking first charge against, or like the first attack against the Mako reactor.
Mm-hmm. Although if you ask Max, it should be the entire bombing run.
Yeah, but that's if you ask Max. Max ain't here to ask.
Well, because I think we're talking about like the same thing. Basically, from when you get off the train to when you beat the Scorpion boss.
Yeah. Apparently, the one they had at E3 was like before you get like it's like even past before you get off the train. It's like somewhere in the middle.
No, yeah, then I guess that's technically not the whole bombing run, but I would say yeah, it should be the whole bombing run.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. I'm excited for it. It was literally the big one for me as far as E3 went. But then we can talk about the other big one that everybody kind of cringed at. Avengers! Yay!
I didn't even cringe at Avengers.
Well, you didn't, but a lot of people did.
Yeah, I only cringed at Captain America.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't cringe at the game. I was just like, yo, this does not look interesting.
Which it's so interesting, like you say that from the trailer, like because you hear about people really.
I was just laughing because it's like it's interesting that it's not interesting.
Like, no, I didn't find it interesting at all. See, it's interesting that you said that.
But it's like you hear about everybody who's like at the show floor, like watching the quote person play the game, and they actually show gameplay on the show floor, and everybody like literally everybody saying, why did they not just show this in the trailer? Like it literally would have sold the game.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Like it's so weird that the thing that we were sold as people outside of E3 was a lot of talking and a lot of acting. And look at this voice actor. Like and like the people on the show floor was actually shown the gameplay, which would really actually sell people like us. Mm-hmm. Like it's a very weird decision that happened. because like apparently when they saw it, they showed like gameplay for Hulk, they showed gameplay for Iron Man, which is the one I wanted to see the most. Although apparently, if you've played Anthem, you're probably gonna have an idea of what Iron Man's gonna be like, from what I've been told. Like with the flying and whatnot. That's just what people's impressions were when they saw it. Black Widow's here was the one that was the weakest, but that was mainly because it was just a boss fight with Taskmaster. So that's But and Captain America, I think, had the least amount of time, but his whole shield gimmick seemed pretty cool according to a lot of people. It's interesting that they decided to show us the weakest part of what they could have showed us. But I didn't. There was one thing in the reaction that I did want to point out that I don't know if y'all caught, but they were talking about the DLC like live service thing, and how like all the characters are going to be like free when they add them in.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, I think, is going to be very interesting when we get to like say, I don't know, a Miles Morales or a Wolverine if they do X-Men or something like that. Especially since this is like a co-op game. I guess it's 4-player co-op.
I'd say, well, I was thinking 5 because they had the 5 up there, but then that thing happened to that particular character.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not really a spoiler if it's in the trailer, is it?
Technically, no. Especially since it's the first one.
Yeah. Like since they revealed it in the thing, yeah, with Captain America dying.
Mm-hmm.
It's just really weird. I still expected it to be 5-player co-op.
We need a Big Lebowski Thor costume, or I don't play.
Dude, fucking Iron Man looks like he's gonna turn into him. Look, see that hair? All he needs is a gut.
Like nobody looked interesting in that, and that sucks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can agree with that. I don't know. I'm iffy about that game.
Yeah, definitely.
But
I think we just gotta wait and see what happens.
That's exactly what I was about to say. It's like, but it's early. We have a long way to go.
A very, very long way to go.
But I think that was basically the highlights of the Square Enix one, because I don't think anybody else cared about any of the other stuff there.
The only other thing I can say is I'm hyped for Dragon Quest Builders 2, but that's about it.
There's no ceiling, or maybe there is. I don't know.
I hope there isn't. I was so bummed out when they had the ceiling in 1.
Mm-hmm. I just got the list just in case anyone wants to pull anything out of that.
Oh yeah, Square Enix said that they were also trying to preserve all of their games and then make them digitally available.
Which is nice, especially since fucking ROMs are being attacked like crazy.
ROMs are always being attacked.
Mm-hmm. It would be nice to actually be able to play these games eventually again.
Mm-hmm. Legitimately.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Trials of Mana.
Oh, there was one thing I didn't talk about as far as Xbox is concerned. I think Maniac would kill me if I didn't say anything about it.
Man, who cares what that nerd thinks?
Kill him.
But Xbox is getting Phantasy Star Online too.
As a timed exclusive, because it's coming everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And it's weird because it was already on PS4, but it was already on PS4 in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
So it was exactly like how we would play it on PC. But like anybody who didn't know either Japanese, any of the Japanese languages, we had to practically change the files to where some of it could be understood in English, and then we'd be able to play it that way. Mm-hmm. But on PS4, it's in 100% strict Japan. Mm-hmm. And now it's coming over to the West on Xbox, but it's also coming to the Switch and US PS4 now.
Nice.
So is it just consoles, or is it also going to be on PC?
I think it's going to be on PC because Microsoft.
Yeah, most likely. Wait, yeah, it is. They said so on the trailer.
I didn't like. I wasn't too sure about that one. I wasn't too sure about PC, but I knew about consoles.
Yeah. Well, I
And
mean, they didn't outright say it, but like
I
it was
think
like down there.
Maniac's account on Twitter is like suspended or something.
Why?
I don't know. I've expected to see her go crazy about PSO2 and nothing.
Really? I saw it on my Twitter. You're blocked. No, that's just
Oh no.
I very well could be. I do nothing but talk shit.
Oh.
And also, I'm like, because I feel like my brother's actually gonna want to try it out, and I'll be like, okay, fine, as long as you get paid for my subscription.
I'll try it out. I don't mind. It looked cool.
I don't think that game has a subscription service to it.
Yeah, isn't it free to play?
I have no idea.
It is.
Yeah, I was about to say that was the main reason that I think that caught my eye. It's like, oh, all right, now I'll try it.
Mm-hmm.
If it's free to play, then yeah, for sure, I'll try it.
And it's one of those. It's a skill shot MMO as well. Whereas you click to do your abilities, and you have a primary and secondary attack that you have, and then you have your abilities.
Interesting.
And because the way that I learned about it is, I think World of Warcraft is like that, but Final Fantasy 14 is not like that. Like Final Fantasy 14 has an auto attack, and then all your combos and all your main abilities are abilities. Yeah, stuff like that.
Weird.
Oh yeah, and since we're on Square Enix, the Final Fantasy 14, they had a live letter today, and it talked about like all the quality of life improvements that they have.
I'm not surprised. They seem to be doing like a lot of shit.
They're taking TP out of the game.
Really?
And yeah, well, you know what TP is, right?
Not fully. That's what I think it is. I'm not sure though.
They're physical. They're the fucking words, Edward. They're the physical ability resource, right? Or like how it, like, you know, your MP is magic. TP is physical. And what they're doing for the new expansion is that they're getting rid of TP altogether, so that way you have unlimited resources to use your physical abilities.
That's an interesting choice.
But see, here's the reason why. Well, I don't know why they do it, right? But because they're getting rid of that, they're making the clutter abilities, like the bloating abilities, abilities that are bloat, like they kind of bloat up your screen, and the ability list. They're getting rid of that. I'm on Final Fantasy 14 right now because I'm taking advantage of a free week that they got, and there's abilities called Gold and Invigorate. Gold you can put on another person to increase their TP regeneration, and Invigorate gives you a set amount of TP. But because they're getting rid of that, that's two abilities that they can just take out of the game as a whole, because there's going to be no resource cost.
Yeah, a lot of MMOs tend to do that when when it goes on too long and starts to get kind of bloated. Because I remember there was like a similar thing that they did in World of Warcraft, where like I think it was like around like the third or fourth expansion, they started saying like we're getting like too many fucking things like bloating up the screen. Like we have got like too many moves, so we're just gonna like take out some of the mechanics so that we can simplify the screen.
Absolutely. That the level cap is gonna get increased to 80.
Yeet.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Well, I think that was it for the most part for E3. Do you want to give me scores on this? Because I'm already gonna tell you, it's probably gonna be like a 6 for me.
Nah, man, E3, solid 6.
I want to give it about. I'm gonna give it about a 7 because I like what I saw from Nintendo.
Banjo and other things.
It's like because I liked the stuff I saw from Luigi's Mansion 3. I liked what I saw for the Hero. I don't give a shit about Banjo. What was it? Because they had Mario Maker 2. They were showing that Platinum game. It was looking
It's
pretty
never gonna
pretty
come
clean.
up.
Damn it. Uh, I like the footage of Link's Awakening. They had like a lot of because it's funny because like the one show that didn't have that problem with with like showing mostly CG was Nintendo.
But it's funny you say that because there's been a lot of buzz surrounding the Link game that you just said. It
Mhm.
just escaped my mind what it's called.
Link's
Apparently,
Awakening.
yeah, Link's Awakening. So they did a demo on the show floor,
Mhm.
and a lot of people who were like those kind of game curious literally beat that in like 5 to 10 minutes, and it was mainly because nothing changed except for graphics.
Right.
So a lot of people are not exactly okay with that because it just seems like why would you upgrade to this when you can just play the other one for $6?
Because I am curious because like how much are they gonna charge and how much are they gonna add? Because
Well,
also,
it's a
side note,
$60 game.
that's kind of like the level of like quote unquote purity my brother wants from the fucking Final Fantasy VII remake.
Yeah.
He's a bitch. Um,
But
but
it's a clear $60 game. They've already established that.
yeah, so they're because I know one of the things that they also mentioned was like they were adding like a build your own dungeon editor.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's got to be more mechanics than that for it to be a $60 game, but like I'm guessing that's one of the big things though that is a problem, which is like it's an old Game Boy game, not even Game Boy Color.
Mm-hmm.
And so clearly even that has to be touched up if they're gonna be doing some stuff. But if their decision to show something familiar was something to help to get the fans excited for it,
Mm-hmm.
then I think it's possible that they're just like misreading the situation. But since the game's not out, I can't say for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Because like yeah, it's like the original Game Boy game. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody said like, oh yeah, you can beat the game in like 2 hours, like 100%.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah, but it all really depends on how much they add because like we said it before, they're just kind of judging a first impressions trailer.
Well, I mean, not even a trailer, gameplay, like on the show floor.
Well, yeah, but it's still a demo though. It's just like a small bit of the game. That's not the full thing.
From my understanding, that was almost not a third, but getting close. From my understanding, that is. I wasn't
Right.
there. But yeah, that's just the buzz surrounding that game right now. A lot of people are not exactly happy what's happening so far around that.
Right.
But yeah.
Like I mean, yeah, it's still wait and see.
Mm.
Also, they had Bowser on screen for like 10 seconds, and he refused to get off the stage, and then Doug Bowser came in.
Yeah, that was cute, but kind of silly.
It was supposed to be.
Yeah.
That was literally their goal.
Yeah, and they did it. I'm just not a fan. I'm just that
I
guy.
mean, because like I'm sure people would have rioted if it's like, oh, we're having Doug Bowser in his first direct, and they didn't go with that joke.
Oh, absolutely. I saw it coming a mile away. I'm just one of those guys that's just like, okay, move on. Let's see some games. I've already been kind of CGI'd out. Let's actually see something.
It's like while you're at work.
I've been CGI'd out already. Let's get this rolling.
Do you guys not have phones?
Well,
No, that was just me. Like, I'm sure everybody had a blast with that. I just was like, okay, move on. I get it. Haha, very funny. But I think yeah, that was about it for the main stuff for E3. There was one other thing that we'll get to in a second. But anything else?
Nah, I got nothing.
I got nothing.
All right. So now we can move on to Dr. Disrespect and what happened to him and his Twitch getting banned. Do y'all know this?
I do.
Okay. So
Yeah.
basically, did you say you know this, Moops?
I said he peed.
He peed. There we go. Close enough.
But like that's the general gist of it.
Yeah. So a lot of debate has kind of gone around about if he should be permabanned or not for this. What are y'all thoughts?
I don't know. I didn't see the clip. I don't know. He did break California law though.
Definitely did break law.
He definitely broke the law, and it was a very easy law to follow.
Mm-hmm.
But because he's Doctor Disrespect, he's
He
just like,
disrespected the law.
I'm about to go disrespect some shit.
It's kind of his thing. It's in his name.
Mhm. And he got banned for it.
Mm-hmm.
Now he should be banned. He I don't know about permanently banned because it's like you break the rule, you break TOS on Twitch, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you get banned for it, and then you come back depending on the severity.
Mm-hmm.
It's like kind of like how he breaks the law, and he's not gonna go to jail permanently. He's not gonna get the death penalty.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be back. If he goes to jail, like he'll be back. He's gonna come back,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what I feel like. That's how I feel. Like he should be permanently banned, but he should understand the repercussions of his actions.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Moops?
I mean, I just imagine it's gonna be roughly what everyone thinks, and it's probably gonna turn out to be. He's probably gonna have to pay a fine. He's gonna have to be off Twitch for a while, and then he's just gonna come back later.
Yeah.
Because from what I've heard, I haven't seen the clip either, but from what I've heard, it's that like the dude, like the camera guy, followed him into the bathroom, and like I think it's like you might have seen like the stream,
Mm-hmm.
and then like but you like he never like flag whipped his dick out or anything like that. He never flashed anybody.
Yeah.
And so it's just kind of like you see that kind of stuff in like PG-13 movies.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not really something that's like offensive, but that's not something that I'm sure that is like a terms of service thing that you're not supposed to fucking break because it's obvious why you don't.
Well, see, here's the thing. Here's the thing about Twitch TOS. Breaking the law is against Twitch TOS.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Especially when they started out with this IRL things coming out. It's like if you break the law in your respective states, we're gonna ban you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but what? Shut up, bitch. We're banning.
I mean, I think everyone understands that like he is gonna get banned, but the only thing is that people are bringing up is like whether or not it's permanent.
He's already banned. He will probably come back.
Yeah, probably in the next couple of weeks or maybe even earlier.
Everyone's expecting that part.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, yeah, just like he, it wasn't something super offensive, but yeah, he's gonna come back and after his banning.
Mm-hmm. Oh, right. Another thing. Unfortunately for him, I think because he didn't do it the one time that he got banned. He did like 2-3 times.
Mm-hmm.
And with one of those times, there was a teenager there.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Yeah. Even this like I get it. He got his ban, but it's not like he was clapping teenager cheeks in the bathroom. I know like how you guys reacted to that. You know, you guys like, oh man, what did that mean for you guys?
I mean, especially since it's a law thing, that could go even worse now.
Yeah, it can.
That plus repeat offender.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That is also very fair, gentlemen. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. We agree on this.
Like, because I know one of the things about it is that like you will eventually they will start to go like stricter and stricter, and maybe he might go permaban if he keeps breaking the same rule.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, if he does it again, I'm pretty sure he's permaban after this.
So like nobody should be surprised.
I just don't. The one thing that I don't want him to be labeled as a pedophile for that.
Oh yeah, absolutely not.
Because I said that there was a teenager there. Some people are going to try to make that claim, and
underage culture.
Yeah, and like that's not something I want.
Mm-hmm.
No. Stupid, dumb move. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
But let's call a spade a spade. He didn't fuck a kid.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure somebody's already gone with it though.
Yeah, it's just like oh, where's some nigga on the internet said that? Oh yeah, this man is over. This man is canceled.
Permaban, get your pitchforks.
Yeah.
Don't light the torches though. You can't do that here.
Like, no, we're
It's
lighting the
2019.
pitchforks on fire. Oh shit!
Next level shit.
Scorched earth.
I'd actually like to see that in a movie.
Somebody setting like an angry mob forming, and then they didn't have a torch, so they just lit the pitchfork on fire. Like, all right, bitch, let's get it.
Or no, they would just say like, you know what? I'm too pissed for lighting a torch. I just set the pitchfork on fire.
Like, torches? Nah, that means I want to see where I'm stabbing. So long as it's him, I don't care. But I still need to see. I am holding a stick. I am holding a stick after all.
It is the ultimate conundrum. But I agree basically with my colleagues on this. Every word that was said. Did we want to hit anything else on this one?
Dr. Disrespect? No, but there's not much to say because everyone's kind of on the same page.
Yeah. Yep. All right, next one.
Oh wait, hold up. The
Okay.
cameraman has to get the work too.
Oh yeah, it should be a given.
Yeah. That's fair.
Cameraman,
He should have been in
gotta
the
get
first
the
place. He should have known better.
yeah. But it's like Dr. Disrespect, man. Yeah, man, we at E3. We lit. I'm high off Molly. Okay, I'm sorry. Now
anyone
we
should have
move
known
forward.
better. It should have been him. But
True.
yeah. Now we can move on to discussing tier lists important. And the reason this is being brought up because everybody's fucking making a tier list now. I mean, even somebody's grandma's probably making a tier list now.
I'm pretty sure making a tier list is a big meme right now.
It really is.
Because what was it? There's a guy that makes comic videos online called The Odd Ones Out.
Mm.
He made like a tier list on tier lists.
Yep. Someone else did that on Twitter.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. But yes, it's like that. Making a tier list is just like a big meme right now.
Mm-hmm.
And the FGC's probably like, "Am I a joke to you?"
So I say yes at this moment.
Well, it's kind of like just hopping on a little trend there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
To me, it's like you just hop on a trend of making tier lists. Just boom, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
They're just opinion pieces anyway.
Pretty much.
More people would fucking recognize this.
Yeah, like Justin Wong, when him fucking around and making those tier lists, those are just his opinions.
Mm-hmm.
Are you talking about like the characters, or are you talking about the fighting games he did? Because I don't know how people reacted on that one. I see.
Because he like, there's always that one thing that seems out of place to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like that just sets them off, and then that in turns brings more traffic to him.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. Like, that's the goal.
The funny
Just
thing is, it's like
just to get people talking.
it's not that big a fuse though.
You might, maybe not to you.
Well,
If I make a tier list on waifus that Jazz loves, and I put June at the bottom because she's fucking dead.
Well, no. What I mean though is that it's like people are super quick to anger with all those tier lists though. Like I saw the list, and for like example, I saw Justin Wong's fighting game list, and I was like, I don't give a shit. That's fine. That's his opinion. But like people are so quick to anger because they'll fucking act like he's like trying to spread this as gospel.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's precisely because he's trying to spread it as gospel is why I know he's trying to fuck with people, and that's what makes it better. Because it's one of those things that are so over the top that it goes right back around to, oh, I get it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he's not really the only one too lately, anyway.
Yeah, like everyone has been making tier lists.
Mm-hmm. But I was
Like,
like
not-
going like
not
as
just
far
the-
as like gospel things, because you know your boy is on that list too, right?
Who?
The main man sweet here.
Oh, yeah. Of course. But the main man is also an asshole and a troll.
Let's say, hey, don't forget the troll part.
Yeah.
Yeah, so of course he made those. You could tell just by who it is. Like the main man makes a tier list. Yeah, he's getting ready to ruffle some feathers because it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
That he's an asshole. He's just like, haha, this will get somebody's Jimmy's wrestling. Why do you think he's been talking so much shit about Nina mains?
Honestly, I'm on two sides of that. I've talked to you about this before
Yeah.
because, like, although for the
Oh yeah.
podcast,
Somebody. Oh
Go
yeah,
ahead.
that was something. That was something to add on to it too, because somebody made a video about how much they hated the main man's opinion on it,
Mm-hmm.
and
But
the
see,
main man went in and grilled that ass.
But see, the thing is, a lot of people were on his side, including like Looney Lily and stuff, against Main Man.
Oh, oh,
And that's what's like. You might want to chill on that shit, especially when he's trying to play the victim card here. You literally have no victim card when you keep doing this.
Oh right, yeah. Wasn't that like a couple weeks ago? Didn't he have like a similar situation? Like he starts shit, but then he plays the victim.
Yes.
What was the one that like Ernesto reported on?
shit.
Because I swear he did one like recently about main man.
Fuck. I'd have to look.
Yeah, I'd have to look too. Maybe I'll find it on my phone. Until then, it's like
Yeah, hopefully.
yeah. But yeah, it's just like he's digging himself a hole right now.
Yeah,
That I think he should have stopped way before now. But like he needs. Well, go ahead.
or if he was going to go this far down into the rabbit hole, he needs to stick with it.
Mm-hmm.
Because say what you want, I may have a controversial opinion, but I stick to that bitch.
Exactly. Like
Yeah.
honestly, it wouldn't bother me so much if he didn't play the victim card so much. Like just stick with what you're saying and go with it.
I mean, it's just another version of like it's just a prank, bro.
It's like, all right, it was funny the first time. Now fuck off.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
But going off of the whole tier listing though, like even another one that's being big on there is a game that me and Eddie are really having fun with, Mortal Kombat. And of course Sonic Fox came out with his tier list and everybody's like, are you crazy?
Are you high?
Character or franchise?
Have you not yiffed today, Sonic?
For Mortal Kombat 11, basically on characters.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, like for example, a lot of people put Sub-Zero higher on their tier list than he did. He put Sub-Zero like at the bottom.
Okay.
He put Sub-Zero lower on the tier list, but he made like a 2-3 hour video on why he put characters where he put them. Some of that stuff he was high for.
Super high. Like I'm not kidding you. Every 5 seconds. That's OD, man. That's so OD.
But he put Sub-Zero on the bottom. But the reason he put Sub-Zero at B tier, but the reason that he put Sub-Zero at B tier makes sense.
I can't remember what it was. What was it?
Because he's a god online, and if you can see the Forward 2 coming out, if you can see his overhead mix up and react to it properly, Sub-Zero is not that good.
Oh, pretty much. It's the lag that's helping him.
Yeah, like online is helping him.
Because he even said online Sub-Zero A tier, S tier, like definitely he's up there. But like offline where you can see that shit, it's just like no, thank you. Get flawless block, uppercut it, bitch. You know what I mean? Stuff like that.
Although I will even slightly fight him on that, but that's my opinion on that one. Because there's still people even on offline that can't do that.
Oh my god, opinions in 2019.
But that's the thing about Sonic Fox. When he's Sonic Fox, he's top tier.
Which is
He's-
kind
he's
of
the-
interesting because
He's the top 1% of players.
Mhm.
Don't let him switch sides.
Just don't let him switch sides. He'll be like even beyond that.
Now keep him on the side.
But it's interesting because of his recent tournament results have been very like not what we expected.
Mm-hmm.
Like for example, like the loss to Scar, which it happened before at the summit, so I don't know why people were so surprised. But and then he recently lost E-League against somebody who everybody thought was super low tier. Not like Devora low tier, who is actually growing in the tier list now as well. But he lost to Combat using Johnny Cage versus Aaron Black, aka Mr. Dropkick Your Ass.
You mean the drop kick that hits your legs but is an overhead?
Exactly. It doesn't make any sense, but you know, it happens.
But Johnny Cage is a great character, though.
See, that's the thing. A lot of people don't think he's that great.
But you know what? People, all excluding Sonya, anybody who shares blood with Johnny Cage, including Johnny Cage, is really fucking good.
So, Cassie.
I want to take a roundabout way of saying Cassie.
We want to make you think.
It's like he's not like he has a lot of people in the game. That's like really.
He's trying though.
Yeah, he is. You're not wrong there.
He is trying to get in cheeks everywhere.
But it's just kind of weird just how much he just sleeps around.
So, yeah, you think of what I'm thinking, the Citrion. Yeah, because you're a vapid, arrogant child. Well, don't let that stop you. Like, wow. Like, damn.
And his Frost. I'm pretty sure Johnny could be her dad.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, don't act like it's never crossed your mind. Not interested. That's crazy because Frost looks fucking weird without a mask.
Absolutely. 100% agree.
Just like, who would clap that?
Apparently Johnny Cage. But no, yeah, like the tier list for Mortal Kombat has been so sporadic in the last 4 weeks. It's just like, it's loving how people are like, that's the tier list. And then it's just like, wait, they just change it right now. All right, that's the tier list. Nope, hold on.
That's why, that's why if I were to make one, I honestly would put Noob in the lower tiers.
I feel like it's just one of those games. It's a game that's like actually got a lot of people like off guard because it just seems to be like super balanced from what I'm hearing.
It's not Tekken 7 balance, but it's definitely up there with balance. It has this thing that Soul Calibur 6 doesn't have, and is viability.
Mm-hmm.
Soul Calibur doesn't have viability. Tekken has viability.
Although,
Mortal Kombat
don't
has
say that
viability.
to Boom. Because there's literally something I can tell you right now that you're going to disagree with him completely on.
What is he? What is that? I can go ask him right now.
The tier for Yoshi.
What is Yoshimitsu is still a top tier character.
Oh, I thought you thought he was a lower tier.
In the current, like, in the guard breaking meta, he's low tier.
See, he disagrees with you there. He actually thinks he's higher tier.
No. I'm with Boom on that. But he's not viable. Who cares about that? He's not very viable.
He disagrees on that one. He just thinks that nobody's playing Yoshi right yet.
Oh, I can definitely agree with that. I don't play Yoshi right. I play him well. I don't play him well enough, nowhere near well enough. But at the same time, I don't feel viable playing Yoshimitsu at all.
But if you like, that's just one of those things. It's just like if you ask like him, it's like completely a different thing than maybe what some others might think of Yoshi.
But at the same time, Boom is also Jesus Christ, bro. I don't know if you noticed that, but he's fucking Boom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Who the fuck am I?
Like, didn't see that coming, did you, Jess?
Nah, I definitely saw that from a mile away. But
Yeah, Boom has a better opinion than I. Well, I wouldn't say a better opinion. I don't want to say better opinion because there's no such a thing as a better opinion, just a different opinion or a similar opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But his opinion is probably deep rooted in more logic than I'm willing to put forth.
Which is fair.
Because it's like I can play Yoshimitsu. I go against an Ivy and I'm putting my controller down. Like, sorry, I'm gonna go do something more productive with my time. But Boom, he's probably thinking, "Oh yeah, I'm about to get in this bitch cheeks."
And he does
right now.
Like he thinks Yoshi demolishes Ivy.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly where the differing opinions come in at. But at the same time, when you play in Mortal Kombat, you feel like the character that you picked has some good shit, and if you can do it just well enough, you can body anybody.
Guys, tier list discussion.
We literally just went back to
This-
it. Where were you, Moopsy? We needed you there.
Guys, because I'm freaking, the thing's cutting off from me a lot. Fucking Discord.
And, fair enough.
Yeah.
But it's like Jade is like a solid mid-tier character. And I was playing Jaded, but then I swapped to Emerald Defender. And now I'm thinking Jade is up there for the things that she can do.
I think that's just like the general problem with like putting like a consistent tier list for Mortal Kombat is like, because everyone says, oh, this character is like low tier garbage, right? But then they'll fucking like win a tournament out of nowhere, and then all of a sudden it's just like, well, shit, and I gotta rework my fucking tier list from the beginning.
That's why if I were to make a tier list, there would be nobody below B tier.
Makes sense.
Because well, I mean, except for Devora maybe, but that's because
that's
nobody.
Thing. A lot of people are putting Devora at A now.
But exactly. Like, but nobody, like, of course, nobody plays this character. How would you know? Let people play the character first, and then go from there. But even then, like, I honestly thought tier list was made to determine the ease of a character. In which case, like, Sonya would be up there. Scorpion is up there.
Yeah.
Scorpion doesn't play fair.
Scorpion plays his own game.
I would rather go against Geras than go against Scorpion.
I'm with you on this one, honestly. Like, Scorpion is just a whole nother mindset. Like, it's like we have characters, it's like they control neutral, you control neutral, and then there's Scorpion, it's like, fuck your neutral. But I've always, like, for you, like, it's that I've always seen tier list as this character has so many matchups that they're good and bad at.
Yeah. Like just overall, like, universal shit. Like Jade Shadows. Projectile what now? Excuse me? Yeah, like, you can't projectile me, son. I played against a Frost player that was throwing out her fatal blow, but I had the shadows up, just went right through it. It's like, all right, bitch, what are you gonna do now?
I'm not gonna lie, I've seen some dirty shit with Frost, like some absolute oh my god.
Dude, honestly, a lot of people, if I were to make a tier list, a lot of people would be up there.
No. Yeah, it's weird because, like, just going back to, like, tier list now, tier list for fucking Third Strike just changed like a couple of months ago. That's an old ass game.
I think Tom Brady said something about tier lists, like these 1 week tier lists, these 1 month tier lists, just a bunch of bullshit. Because it's like, in order to truly determine something. Well, okay, see, you said the thing about Third Strike that kind of just turned this on its head. But what Tom Brady said was you would have to play like 1,000 matches against, like, play 1,000 matches with and against a particular character, and then and only then would you be able to make a proper tier list. and nobody has that kind of time.
No.
By the time you're like around 400, they've already announced the next game.
Yeah, exactly.
We're already on to the next thing.
And it's like, I get it. There's just some characters are really good. Some characters require work, and then some characters will never be good.
It's just the way the cookie crumbles.
Which is why June's gonna stay dead forever.
She's not dead.
Sorry, Jazz. That was just for the views, man.
Yeah. But
Speaking of dead characters.
But I think that's all we hit for tier list, right?
Yeah,
Pretty much.
You can some of it has a lot of information, but it doesn't have all the information. And not every tier list is made equal.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nip. So, extras. Oopsie, I'm pretty sure you had one.
Yeah, because I'm looking it up right now, because it was basically like, how often do you guys think like, let me try to use words, because I want to structure it. Okay. Blair.
That was a bad word. How bad.
My mother was a saint.
But basically, it kind of touches on like the whole video about like the Ernesto thing, where he says that, like, it was that one tweet that one guy made. I'm blanking on the dude's name, but it was about how, like, once Street Fighter 5 comes out, or Street Fighter 6 comes out, people are gonna be like missing Street Fighter 5 and all that shit. Like, I guess the way to phrase the question is like, why do you think this is kind of like something of a recurring problem?
Because those people don't know how to block low.
Oh, dang. Okay. Phone stall.
Kind of like your brother. Precisely like your brother. No, it's those
I'm talking about your brother.
Yeah, like your brother. Wait a minute, hold on. Your brother's not gay, right?
No.
Okay.
To be determined.
Cool. Not
he's pervy like I am, but at the same time, I also feel like he could pass for asexual.
Damn, pervy boys.
Never mind that. No, no. It was Will. It was Will and it was Ben. That has gay brothers. I'm like, it's just like, wait, you're not the one with the gay brother, are you? No,
the spin off to the Rick and Morty movie.
That's because a lot of people who get into this game think they're hot shit, and then when they realize that they're not hot shit in this new game, they go back to the old game that they were good at because they can keep up in that game. And it's honestly just scrub mentality as to why people think like that to begin with. Like people, and it's not, and I don't think this is not the people who like play Street Fighter 5 and they just do not like the game and like, well, I like this game, so I play it. It's those people who would only play Street Fighter games, and let's say they weren't very good at Third Strike, but then 4 came out, and they're like, okay, well, I'm getting my cheeks clapped in 4. Well, no, man, Third Strike is the GOAT, man. Like, that's the great game. I don't know why you're playing this garbage.
They just don't understand the mix-up. And then they go to another game and get mixed up again.
And what about, like, say someone that actually, like, so would that be just, like, someone who, like, legit, like, just gives it a shot, but then, like, they're just not getting into it, like, not really go with it and all that stuff?
Yeah.
Like, for example, you can honestly, you can almost always tell the difference between somebody who just doesn't like the game and someone who's just bad at the game and they don't like the game for that reason. Because they'll say certain things. Like, they'll be like, for example, you'll have someone who literally picked up the game, like, now, and then they lose online a couple of times, and they'll be like, this game sucks, or whatever, and they'll just do that mentality the entire time. But then you'll have someone who's just like, he's doing okay in it, and then whatever, or whatnot. It's just like, this isn't for me. And they'll be like that. They won't keep bashing the game constantly. It's just like it's not for me. It has certain things I just don't like. I just like them better here.
I'm not a fan of these particular mechanics. It's kind of like how I thought I was garbage at 11, but then I had a really good day of playing Shao Kahn because I got 4 fatalities or something like that, and I'm like, I don't know why I think I'm garbage at this game. I'm doing things like this. It's like maybe it's like, and it's like at that point I didn't even do the tutorial of the game. I was just like, I'm just getting on. It's like, all right, doing this and I'm doing that. But as I'm learning more, everything is making more sense, and now I'm winning more. Yeah.
And let me ask this, because like, how often would you guys say that there's a person that say, they do actually give like the legitimate try for a game, but then they actually do end up like bad mouthing the game as if they were just sucking at it?
I'm trying to understand the question.
How often do you think that like that's an issue where like someone like will pick up like say like Street Fighter 4, they try it and legitimately give an effort to try and learn the game and all that stuff, do the tutorial, do all the steps necessary, but then the way that they talk about it, it like they talk about it like as if they were having a bad run when the guys were actually doing okay.
I'd say maybe 50%.
Really?
Because they normally when that happens, they can like give you a legit reason of why that happened. And you can be like, I see it. For example, what was one of the biggest problems with Street Fighter 4? Elena. Literally could not, like, she was broken as fuck. And you would like say that it's like, I just keep running into a bunch of Elenas and a bunch of whatever other broken characters. I was not big a fan of Street Fighter 4, so don't at me on that.
I didn't really play Street Fighter 4 that much either.
All right, here's a better example. Me and Soul Calibur 6, right?
All right.
There's me, Moops. When we play, I win majority of the games, but yet somehow I still don't have fun.
Really?
Not you personally, but it's
Right.
like there's just some things about Soul Calibur 6 outside of whether I win or lose that permit me to not have fun playing this game sometimes.
Okay.
I'm good at it. I can mix you up. I can beat people. I'm
Hey,
winning.
interrupt, guys, but I gotta take care of something real quick.
God damn it, Moves! I'm talking to you.
He made a point. Okay.
Did you almost win this? Yo, I'm out of here.
But now, would you say that's because you are doing things and things are happening that you just don't like that are happening?
And I'm back.
Well, okay, welcome back.
Wow.
Hey, don't blame me. Blame my intrusive ass family.
Punch them in the shin.
Dude, if I could, I'd punch everybody in the shin and then the face.
Whoa,
face.
not the face.
Whoa.
Hey,
Time
man.
out.
I would go there. I would go there.
Too far, buddy. Too far.
Flag on the play. Touchdown. Goal.
Party foul, dude. Party foul. I'm sorry, Jazz. You was asking me something.
So, like, say, like, you won the match, for say, like, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there was something in there, like, say, I don't know, you didn't get the punish you wanted because somehow I got a BBB with Keelik. Let's just say that. Is it, like, stuff like that that's, like, making it not fun? Or is it something else?
It's a little bit. It's that too.
Okay.
It's that on top of other stuff.
Okay. I think I'm more understanding now.
Yeah. Because we both know about BBB.
Mm-hmm.
Keelik's BBB. We combat each other for it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I know how to defend against that move. I see it. I get you to the point where you don't even do that move anymore. You don't even do. You hit me with a beast, just like, all right, 10 damage. I'm out of here.
Well, honestly, that's because this move. That's a whole nother conversation itself about BBB. But
yeah. But that's the thing. Like I've defended against it. I know what to do in the event that I'm counter hitting to it, I'm not counter hitting to it. I block it. Am I supposed to block it? Stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And yet, despite knowing that there are just some things that you can do something and can't do something about, how the process goes, it's just not entertaining.
Mm.
It's like how Ivy is a distance character, but yet she's better than everybody up close.
I have to disagree with that, but that's mainly because I've played offline a little bit more.
You've also played offline. It's like
But so let me see if I can sort of like understand like the situation. What you pretty much mean is like if nothing goes or if stuff doesn't go according to plan, that it makes you quick to anger.
the reason why it doesn't work out sends me into anger.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
Because
it's not necessarily that my shit doesn't work, but why is it that my shit doesn't work?
Mm.
I can see that because I kind of relate to that. I've had some problems in like some fighting games, like take for example Marvel 3, when I would be playing
Jeez.
like Deadpool, and there would be like there's like a katana move I'm trying to get out, but instead I get out guns like because and then that shit takes like ends up killing me, like makes the other guy takes the round, like because the move that I wanted didn't come out. That'll fucking like enrage you like super hardcore.
No, that's not what I mean. Not like mine is a little bit more deep rooted than that. If I do the wrong move, I messed up an input somewhere. That makes sense. But if I'm going against Jazz's Keelik and I'm playing my own Yoshimitsu, he needs to keep me at a distance because if I get in on him, kind of
So
but
you do know
but
Keelik, right?
you have a staff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you would be more inclined to think that if I could keep some amount of space between him and me, I'm at an advantage.
I would wish that was the case.
I don't get me wrong, I wish that was the case too. But but to have to have that be the situation that I'm in, that I'm good up close. That's what I'm supposed to excel at. This character is not supposed to excel at this range, but is excelling at this range.
Mm-hmm.
That tilts me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that.
So basically, archetypes not working the way they're intended.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
Which brings us back to the whole tier list thing. That takes the viability away.
I don't know if I fully agree with that.
I could just, but see, at the same time, it could be me.
Because like
I'm not saying it's the end all be all. I'm saying just like vague, just extra vague, very vague, on a flat level. If I have a sword and you have a staff, that means you're more inclined to be better at a range than I am. So I'm in your face and I'm at range 0, but yet you're still outplaying me, despite me being where I need to be and you not being where you need to be. But you're outplaying me.
Fight against that is frame data.
Oh, yeah, but my point is before frame data.
I kind of see it, but
you kind of see it, and that's good enough. You see my point, and it's like, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not a perfect point. There's way more things that I can be doing better, but that's how it kind of starts. There are a million other things that I could be doing better, and it wouldn't even be an issue. But it can't. But the fucking words. But since Soul Calibur isn't really fair like that, it kind of brings me issues.
Which I kind of see. I kind of don't. It's just the frame thing. It's like once you get to that point, it's just like it kind of pushes that away from me. But I see where you're coming from.
Yeah, Yoshi doesn't have good frames.
Don't you even get me started on that fucking character.
Nah, man, Manji Carfist needs to be faster.
Get the fuck out of here.
All right, so now I'm fucking with you.
Why is that fucking grab leave you at +10?
That's not. Oh, that's not Manji Carfist, but I don't
Nah,
know. Why
I know Manji Carpet. That needs to be fucking but that right there pisses me off.
Manji Carfist?
Not Manji Carpet, the other the grab.
The grab. Okay, you're still on the grab.
Yeah, Manji Carpet is a whole nother thing in itself. But
That is true.
like
And you said the grab is +10.
it's +10. Even if I break it, you are still +10. I can't do anything.
That would mean that I don't use that grab a lot. Actually, I use that grab on accident.
You really should be using it more because it leads to a literal mix-up. You can go low, you can go mid, you can do it again.
No, see, I didn't know that it was +10.
It's +10.
But see, here's the thing: if it's +10, then that's a move that I need to start using, especially at the wall, because Yoshi's 5A is I-10.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a free wall combo if I just do the grab.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it. But yeah, Yoshi has bad frames.
Yes, sure.
Just like, I just want to end this conversation.
I'm going Super Saiyan and killing myself over here.
So I will hit you. I swear to God.
No, because honestly, like I've even looked at Mina differently now that I know certain things. Like, well, actually,
When you say looking at Mina, what do you mean? Because I think you looking at Mina and me looking at Mina are two different types of looking.
So, God damn it. So, like, you know her main low, you're open, literally.
You're wide open.
You know, like when people use that like really close to you, you can actually fuck them up for that because they actually lose their turn. Like,
is it like
you gotta play a trap card.
Like literally, if I hit you and you don't have like that frame of like falling down, you can literally punish me for it.
I figured I could. Even the pushback too.
Even the pushback.
Wait. I think I took her into the lab. I don't think Yoshimitsu can punish that.
Well, he can't like punish it, but it's your turn still. Like I shouldn't be able to do anything else. You are literally, it's your turn now. I gave you my turn.
It's good to know, kid. It's good to know.
And then like her other one, which is the one I tend to use a lot, I shouldn't be. Her like BB into not BB, AA into A, which does a low sweep. Literally to beat both options, which is like the mid or the mid low, you go left and you block low. And if you get blocked, you still get the punish. But if I do the other one, you get a launch.
Isn't it because is not the low mix up? The other one, is it high?
No, the other one literally it goes straight. So you literally just walked around it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like it's literally stuff like that with tier list stuff and whatnot that makes me think differently about these characters.
There's another thing. You know Azeroth's spinning lows with his axe?
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that if you block the first one, the frames make it jail?
Mm-hmm.
But if he does the other mix up and you're, hold on, I messed my steps up.
I was like, wait, where are you going with this?
He has the spin mix up, right? Because he has the low and then he has the overhead vertical, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you block the first one, you have enough frames to where if you sidestep it and he does the low, you still get jailed into blocking low. But if he does the vertical, your sidestep will go through and then you'll sidestep nonetheless.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, he's high tier though, right? But no, that's just things about tier lists. Just make your own opinion. Just do that. But yeah, I think that was it for extras, all right. That y'all had? If y'all had any more?
No, I told you my extras in the beginning.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go to the other super small stories. DOA 6, Mai and Kula, they're coming out next week on Tuesday. Mai's Moopsy's character, you can have that. I didn't
Okay.
want Kula. I never wanted Kula, but I knew Kula was coming. I knew it was happening. I didn't want to believe it.
I hate that I didn't see it coming.
Like, it's like at least you didn't know it was coming. I knew, and I wanted to fight it the entire time.
You want to what?
I wanted to fight it the entire time.
Because I just heard the F and I was just like, what? What do you say?
But it's just I hate the fact that she's here, but I knew it was coming because she was supposed to be in 5, and they scrapped it. And it's like, okay, 6, now you're in here.
That plus, I mean, like, she's, like, stupid popular, too.
Unfortunately. There's so many other better characters. At this point, it would have took female Terry.
Honestly, probably same. Because, like, whenever I see Kula, I'm just kind of like, I don't play you.
But I'll try her for a week and then drop her. But yeah, that happened. We already went through E-League. Harada and esports thing was basically talking about Street Fighter Cross Tekken, which means it's probably not going to be coming out for another 10 years.
Hooray.
Now, there is a theory that I kind of wanted to run by you guys. Well, mainly Eddie, because this is another Tekken thing.
Uh-huh.
The new panels and stuff we just got for Tekken 7.
Uh-huh.
It makes me wonder if we're actually getting some of the characters from that game into Tekken 7.
What?
And hear me out. Literally.
The panels in the Tekken game, you think is gonna bring more Tekken characters into the Tekken game?
Yes, because those are all from the Tekken mobile game. All the stuff we just got was from mobile.
Oh. Huh, so you wanting to kill yourself after playing mobile actually has some dividends to it.
Exactly. There was actual substance. Because at first I was like, I've seen these before. And it literally, I looked back at one of my streams, it's like, oh, this is where this is from.
and you think
And
you think those are going to be a part of the Tekken Cross Street Fighter?
It's possible. Like,
it ain't impossible.
Yeah, like literally, because there was a buzz like way down the line, like months ago, about another character that was in Tekken Mobile. That was a female Taekwondo character, and a lot of people were making buzz about this character, saying, "Hey, we would love it if this character came to Tekken 7." So it could be a possibility with these assets being used that she could be coming at some point way down the line somewhere. I don't know. But like she even had a name and everything. She wasn't just an NPC. Like it was just like in the game.
Right. It wasn't like female Taekwondo soldier.
Yeah, she had. I forgot the name. It's been a month, but she actually had a name, and like that made me think maybe down the line we could be seeing a lot more of the bubble stuff because there was like literal stages that weren't even in Tekken 7. That could be used.
Yeah, that is true. Mobile did have that stuff. Did Mobile also have Marduk?
It did.
That's right, it did. And then Marduk ended up coming to the game.
Yep.
It definitely ain't impossible.
Which is well, most people probably think, well, that means that Bruce can come and Christy. Well, technically Anna was in there as she came, so there's that. So I mean, this is just my theory thing that's happening with Tekken right now. I see this and it makes me think.
It could definitely be ambitious. It doesn't seem impossible because it's not like they have a frame of reference. So yeah, that's good.
Plus, there's characters where they've done that same thing before.
So my theory's not so crazy. Yay!
Nah,
you're still crazy.
Not a crazy.
You guys.
Hey man, you're the crazy one here.
I do have the Jerry emote.
I'm just saying, man. Like, I mean, hey man, people would have called Albert Einstein crazy, but I'm calling you crazy if you think you're close to Albert Einstein, though.
Oh, Blackstar, thanks for the follow, good sir. I am now at 3 people away from 200. That's the number. Yeah, that's the number. That's what I'm going with. But I think that was all I really had as far as extras go. Looking back and making sure there wasn't anything else. Nope, that was it. All right. Can we do our plugs again?
I guess we could.
If you want.
Not really. Bye.
It's like, nah, everyone knows who we are at this point. It's not like we have a special guest or anything.
Then Venom pops up, is like, "Hey guys, what the fuck?"
And we're over. No. All right. I guess good pod, guys. Oops.
Like, I've been busy making this little scroll out of soda wrapper. Anyway,
He's Shane
all
Sung.
right. Your soul is mine.
Damn it.
But yeah, so that was episode 21 of the No Name Podcast. So yeah, my name has been Mrmoopsy.
I've been Cosmo Jazz.
And I'm your lovely host, Baker, with one last message. Hey, what if people who smoke weed all the time played Shang Tsung and stole weed from it? Would they say, your bowl is mine?
Probably.
Damn it, that was not the reaction I wanted. I wanted to laugh.
I think you're trying too hard. That's probably the problem.
I thought it was a good enough joke to get like a chuckle, right? Maybe even one good cackle. And you're just like, nah, man, that makes perfect sense. It's like, fucking shit.
You should have said ramen instead.
But see, ramen doesn't match bowl, which also rhymes with soul.
I know, but it's funnier.
You suck.
He's schooling you on jokes right now.
Yeah, like, shame on me wanting my jokes to rhyme.
But you can use bowl with ramen.
You're actually supposed to.
I use a plate.
Really?
Like a flat plate?
Yeah, absolutely.
Huh. I'm trying to imagine that.
Wow, you are nuttier than a squirrel turd, bro. Of course, I don't use a fucking plate for that shit.
I mean, literally, I'm not trying to judge. I'm just trying to imagine.
Actually, I just imagine like a bowl of what noodles? Like what spaghetti, basically?
Yeah, true. Just without the marinara sauce and all this stuff. Just bowl of ramen.
Just like that. I think it's funny because I think my sister once made that for her kids when they came to visit.
That just seems wrong.
And it is a bad idea to have like just a plate of ramen.
Nice.
I also love how this made it into the podcast.
I'm just going with it. But no. Y'all lovely viewers, take care.
All right, see you guys next month.